arcanes here. Fuck my life. Yo, bro. God, I love AP Nunu so much. Hey YouTube, what's going on? It is Doubtfull here, and today I have another really cool build to show you guys. Right off the bat, I want to say I know that some of you are probably rolling your eyes. AP Nunu, it sounds like one of those clickbait YouTuber builds, but actually I do genuinely think this build is very strong, and I have been playing this on my Diamond 1/Masters account to great success. I don't know what my exact win rate is, but it is really good, and I actually think that this might be the best way to build Nunu, strictly because of all of the nerfs that Sunfire Cape has been getting. Just an insane amount of nerfs to the point where that item doesn't even feel super good to build anymore. But Night Harvester feels really great, and it gives you a lot of power that lasts for the entire game. I mean, you're pretty much just strong the entire game. Now, this build does require you to have kind of a decent start in the game in order for you to be like really useful, but I have had games where like the early game doesn't go so well, and I'm still really useful. There's a lot of pros to cons to this build, and we'll get into that. But before I do get started, if you guys like seeing builds like this, please give the video a like for the YouTube algorithm. I would really appreciate it. And if you want to see me play these games live, this game right here is actually taken right off of my stream. I'm doing a voiceover of it. If you want to see me play live, I stream every weekday from 9 AM to 3 PM Eastern at twitch.tv/I'mDoubtfull with 2 L's. The links will be in the description for that. So I am going to start off here on red buff. The clear is like pretty standard. I usually smite the first buff. And I'm going to take this time to talk about the runes. I do take Dark Harvest, Cheap Shot, Eyeball Collection, and Relentless Hunter. Dark Harvest is probably sounds a bit memey, but it adds a ton of damage to your kits, and there'll be so many times where I'll be like the last man standing at the end of a fight, and I've Dark Harvested like 5 different people, and it just gives you that extra bit of damage that Nunu kind of lacks to actually secure the kills. So you can do this build with Phase Rush, and I have done it into some harder matchups where I want the safety that Phase Rush offers, but generally speaking, I would always go Dark Harvest. And in the secondary, I'm taking Water Walking and Absolute Focus. I don't know if Absolute Focus is 100% the way to go with this build, but Nunu just does scale really well with AP. He has insane AP ratios, and your full combo that you're going to be doing into people like off of ganks and whatnot, usually you have the Absolute Focus up. So that's what I've been taking. That's what has the highest win rate when I look at win rates for this build. But other options, Transcendence could be good. Celerity's not super great in my opinion, since we're not taking Phase Rush or Nimbus Cloak. So maybe don't look for that. But yeah, probably Transcendence or Absolute Focus, but I've just been running Absolute Focus. Now also here, I took Water Walking. Another viable option is Gathering Storm. If you're playing in the lower MMR like Gold or something, and maybe the games tend to go longer, you could go for the Gathering Storm, but I really like the extra ganking power and just escape power in case I find myself in a sticky situation in the jungle that Water Walking provides, and it does give you AP when you are in the river for those dragon fights and whatnot, which can be really useful. So I did my standard full clear on Nunu, which I do a lot, and we grabbed the Scuttle Crab, and fortunately I just come over here and get a free kill right off the bat. Now, I tried to save him, which was probably a bit ambitious. I'm pretty low, and I don't have the Phase Rush, so that's the big thing. Playing Nunu, you have to remember that you don't have Phase Rush, because a lot of people, if you've been running Phase Rush for the past couple of months, you're probably used to getting that huge movement speed stack. Looks like... Who's my top player? Camille Tifi's back into 2 people, which is kind of crazy, but we do have Thresh here, so I guess it's pretty good. And then they get that free pop-up. The level 3 Thresh roams are really powerful. Junglers like never seem to see that coming. I go into the river for the Water Walking bonus. I want to say I actually run this guy down, or at least I try to. We definitely zone him off of this CS. Nunu can kind of just do stuff like this, and it's totally fine. Your snowball does not go through minions, so it ends up crashing there. But yeah, he gets zoned off of this entire cannon wave, so I think it's a pretty good use of my time, actually. And it doesn't matter that I'm taking this damage, because I'm just going to heal a lot. So Nunu's Q, the heal, well, the damage as well, but also the heal scales off of AP. So you're going to see, like, I'm going to be getting some huge heals later on in the game. And I just take... I play this build like kind of trolly. I'm not gonna lie. I think it's fine. I get those 3 caster minions and the Dark Harvest proc. Probably not a great use of my time, but I really I go for crazy plays a lot on Nunu, and I think I do it this game too, and I do pay for it sometimes, but you can kind of get away with like the most insane stuff. But we get the perfect buy there. I think that's why I stayed. I think I wanted those items, though I could have just sold my refillable. But that's my favorite buy for AP Nunu is the Hextech Alternator, which gives you a nice chunk of burst damage. And then you always want that Dark Seal. Dark Seal is honestly kind of what makes this build. Dark Seal is just incredibly powerful in Season 11. In case you don't know, they updated it so that it gives you a lot more AP. It gives you actually the same amount of AP per stack that Medjai's gives you. And it only costs 350. I think if you get 10 stacks on it, it's worth like 85 AP or something crazy like that. Maybe 75, I don't know. But it's a lot, which is like 1,200 or 1,300, 1,400 gold, I don't know. The gold efficiency is just absolutely insane. This item is so broken. So to be able to spend 350 gold and just get that much AP for champs with like really good AP scalings, it's just an incredibly valuable buy. So we're just full clearing. I think I've just set my mind to camping this Yone and making his life miserable, but we're rolling in here. I have to decide if I want to gank mid or go for Raptors. I see Kane coming in, so we start heading towards mid, and fortunately Echo is just right there. Go for the flash. We pop him with the Dark Harvest. And we're just already picking up all these kills. This game went really well for me. You won't always see this, but I mean, like normally. So say I'm playing tank Nunu. Say you know, even if I had phase rush, I would have gotten all these kills. I don't know if that's true or not, but say even if I would have got phase rush, I would have gotten all these kills. Let me hold that thought, and we'll see what happens here. Echo TP's right back. Thresh is here. And I want to say, yeah, Thresh actually plays this game so well. This was my duo partner in this game, my friend Midorima. But we get another kill. So I'm 4-0 at this point. And now I don't know, like, I think some of these kills I probably wouldn't have gotten if I wasn't building the way I was building. But the point I want to make is that me getting all these kills, if I was tank Nunu, like, I mean, I would be really tanky and annoying for the enemy team, but I wouldn't be like this huge threat that I'm about to turn into this game. Like at the end of the day, I would just be Nunu, right? Like you can't solo carry on tank Nunu, pretty much. But with this build, you really kind of can solo carry. You just provide so much damage, and you're pretty tanky. I haven't talked too much about the build yet, but I go Night Harvester and Dark Seal, and then after that I build like normal Nunu. I just go full tank. You'll usually see me build a Dead Man's Plate and then something tanky from there. If I've still got my 10 stacks after Dead Man's Plate, I'll go ahead and I'll upgrade the Dark Seal into Medjai's, but that's my standard build, and I'm just a huge tank, but I also offer a ton of damage, a ton of utility for my team. I mean, this build is actually really good if you can take the time to learn how to pilot it and like, you know when you need to play safe, like get used to not having that phase rush. I mean, I think it's absolutely incredibly powerful, and you can just take over games with it. Nobody ever expects it. And honestly, the damage is just so insane. Every time I play this build, I have the most damage on my team, or like I'm tied with the most damage on my team, which is just crazy. Like nobody associates like Nunu with dealing a ton of damage, but you just get like, with this build, I usually chill around like 200 ability power, and just with that alone, I mean, it's just absolutely insane. So much damage. We grab this Herald. Herald's always, great to get before like 13 minutes, so you can drop down and get the plates. I actually think I cast this W a bit too soon. I should have waited for him to crash this wave, so I kind of just tank a bunch of turret shots here for no reason. Here, I probably should die, but, well, you've already seen this clip if you've watched this video. But yeah, I mean, I only have Hextech Alternator and Dark Seal in that clip, and my ult just did 650 damage. Just the AP Nunu scalings are absolutely insane. Like, I only had 6 stacks of Dark Harvest, or of my Dark Seal as well. I mean, I don't know. Like, it does so much damage. I heal so much. Like you saw, like I was like 1 HP, and then I heal with the Q, and then I have the shield, which also, I believe, scales off of AP too. That's the cool thing. Champions that scale, they get like defense. Oh, this was a weird Herald bug. I've never like seen this before. I don't know what that was about. I was pretty annoyed with it at the time. But yeah, you get like defensive scalings as well for building the AP. It makes you tankier, makes you heal more. And death, I think there's a whole meme, what is it? Death is the best CC or something. So a good offense is a good defense, something like that. I don't know, but the build's fantastic. And then you get this huge burst damage from Night Harvester, and it also gives you some HP too, and CDR. And it gives you movement speed, so it's kind of like having Phase Rush when you land an ability. I mean, it just gives you everything you need. I think this item's actually a little bit overtuned right now. It's getting a nerf in the next patch to lower the base damage, but they're increasing the health and CDR. Health by 50, I think CDR by 5 or something, in response to it. So I don't know if it's actually going to be like a huge nerf, but does that guy get away? In the past, Kayn has been such a bad matchup for Nunu. But this build makes it really easy. I mean, honestly, Phase Rush in general makes the matchup a lot easier than it has been in the past. I can just do literally whatever I want while also doing so much damage. Absolutely love this build. And then I should heal like I healed 400 from 1 Q. That wasn't even a max rank Q. So insane. I want to say I'm probably going to go Ninja Tap by this game. I am against an Echo and an Alistar. Who's their top laner again? Yone, it's Yone. That almost got him. I think we're gonna start grabbing dragons here, but yeah, I'm 6-0-3. I've got most of the kills on my team. We fished for the wolf right there to see if he's there, but unfortunately, Kayn has already picked that up, and we're just gonna go ahead and grab this dragon, I think. And we're getting like, as you can see, we get 16 AP from water walking. You actually get a lot just from being on the water. So if we were to fight here, it would be pretty advantageous for us. And if instead we had like Gathering Storm, we'd have like, I think 8 AP or something on the first one, which like obviously it is not super great. Gathering Storm's honestly it's really bad until like 20 minutes, and then it's okay. And then after 30 minutes, it's really good. But it's like, is it really worth waiting 30 minutes to have a rune? Like, I don't personally like it. It does have a pretty high win rate though, so like maybe it actually is good. I don't know. Every bit of AP is really, really nice. I cast my W here, so I won't be slowed. And then we fish for this play, which, again, you can just kind of do whatever you want on Nunu. It's pretty funny that worked when they had full vision of where I was. I want to say, I mean, there's no way I get out of this, right? Oh. Maybe. This Thresh is actually coming in super clutch this game. Oh wait, I remember what happens here. I wish I hadn't flashed that. I healed 760 right there, by the way, which is just absolutely insane. But Yone comes out of nowhere. I remember thinking, like, I know I'm missing somebody. Isn't there somebody left? Darn. We dropped that kill there, which was pretty bad. 760. What an insane heal. I think if I'd walked the other way out, like through where my vision is, I definitely could have lived there. That was a pretty big mistake for me. You don't want to die because you lose your stacks, and that just sucks. I mean, I still have 6, which isn't too bad, but do I really go Sork Shoes this game? I think I do. Man, I am crazy. I don't usually go Sork Shoes with this build. I mean, it's really, really strong, but I kind of like being that like front line for my team. And like Tabbies or Mercs is just usually better in my opinion. But I was so fat, I guess I was just feeling with Sork Shoes. And you can see we're building towards that Dead Man's Plate, which, by the way, does not build out of Giant's Belt. I don't know. Let me know. Have you guys been building Giant's Belt, hoping to build into your Dead Man's Plate, and then you just to find out that it's just actually not a thing? It's pretty heartbreaking. You either just have to sell it or just build a completely different item. I guess like Thornmail or something. But ooh, I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. Now, you're probably thinking this game's going to be over pretty soon, but we actually end up throwing pretty hard, if I remember correctly, and it ends up becoming kind of a close game. Right now, what I'm thinking is just I'm always looking for opportunities to get picks with my W, and then we just kind of want to control all the neutral objectives. So yeah, I have this Scuttlecrab Shrine, so I'm always looking for a gank when I have Scuttlecrab Shrine, so we're just going to poke this guy out and back up, but We almost 100 to 0 him without our ult, which is just so insane. I don't even know. If I had 10 stacks of my Darksteel, I actually think I could have forced his ult out right there, and then I could have cast my R and maybe gotten him. Or maybe I would have died under turret, I don't know. But we're going to W mid again here, I think, and pick I'm assuming I'm going to... Oh, no, I killed them all. I wanted to eat something there. Oh, yeah, Echo actually stayed, which was pretty silly. I don't know why he wouldn't reset, but we're able to pick up this turret then. Definitely feel like he should have reset there and maybe ulted back if he was afraid of losing the turret, but staying, he kind of just lost everything for nothing. Whenever I'm going to queue something, I usually queue the cannon minion there to help my laner shove the wave, because it doesn't take it, and it's just the best thing to do. Yeah, as you can see, I like to do dumb stuff like this. Still almost one-shotting. Unfortunately, I miscalculate that and waste my ult. But we're actually so close to one-shotting. If I had built like another build you can go if you want to just like commit to the AP, I've not really tried this build to be honest, but you totally could do it, is Demonic Embrace second. It has a pretty high win rate, but I kind of just like being able to be a front line for my team. Maybe if you're in against a bunch of tanks, I don't know. Oh, one cool thing about Yone. Oh wow, I totally could have killed that Yone right there if I just queued him instead. Wow, he's actually gonna like kill us all, isn't he? I cast my W. I don't know why I did that. Somebody just failed the splash. I just eaten him. This guy's still dying. Uh-oh, yeah. And that was a mistake. Yeah, we're just kind of playing pretty bad League of Legends here, honestly. Like, that death, there's like no reason for me to do that, but I'm on stream, I'm having a good time, and we're kind of just playing pretty stupid aggressive here. We lose our stacks once again. I really want to get this Medjai's rolling if possible, because if you get a 25 stack Medjai's on this champ, the game is just over. It really is, because it's defensive stats and it's offensive stats. It's so good. Uh-oh. Man, a slight miscommunication there. Man, this Yone is actually so strong, literally because he picked up that 700 gold shutdown from me earlier, and then now he's killing all of us. And what's crazy is I could have just queued him that one time and killed him. I think that was just an objective misplay. But I got interrupted earlier. One thing I like about the Yone matchup, if I'm playing Nunu, is I can just channel my ultimate. I mean, as long as you have to time it right, but we accidentally hit the cane there. I mean, you can still see I do so much damage. But we channel our ultimates on top of the... I mistimed that as well. Just really doing everything wrong here. But you guys can kind of see... Uh-oh. The teleport. I think I just die here. Does he kill me? Maybe not. I go back in. When Yone is in his like Z, his E, his spirit dash, whatever it is, there's no way I win this. All right, I'm just hard running it down now. As I remember, this game is like a really fun game and there's really cool moments, but I do run it down a few times, so bear with me, guys. It is AP Nunu. Wouldn't be fun without me inting a few times, but I feel like I've started this sentence 6 times now, so my apologies. But against Yone, when he's in this form right here, you can channel your ult on his spectral form or his human form, whatever it is, and kill him when he comes back, which is pretty hilarious. I remember doing that a few times. Maybe not this game, but... next up, we're going to build... Looks like I'm thinking about going Demonic Embrace. Honestly, a Thornmail would be really good here. Yeah, cool, that's what I'm gonna go. Cool, Past Jordan is in agreement. I think I played this game like last week or something, and I've just been waiting to do this voiceover. I think I was trying to figure out what thumbnail I wanted to use or something, but... So as you can see, this is actually becoming kind of a close game, and you're gonna at least get to see what a close game on AP Nunu is. It's not like this is just like a meme build that I had a good game, you know, one time, and I decided to upload a YouTube video. Like, I genuinely think this is good, and it's gonna be strong for the entire game. It doesn't actually fall off. It really doesn't. If you fall behind, it'll fall off, obviously, but yeah, gosh. All right, I think this is the last time I run it down. But yeah, was not expecting Misfortune to just be AFK in that bush, and then they had a teleport follow-up as well. pretty frustrating. We just died like 3 times in a row. And unfortunately, I was picking up some CS and stuff, but we are the game's probably pretty close to even now with like all the shutdowns they've gotten and whatnot. We're probably not that far ahead, though. Somebody wants to forfeit. Apple hamburger sounds kind of good. I feel like Apple anything sounds good. You put Apple in the name of something and it just sounds good. I can't think of a single example where that's not true. How long have we been fighting? Yeah, we so much fighting in a row, just like not farming at all. Absolute mayhem, and Yone's just capitalizing on all of it. But we do have a lot of CC for the Yone and quite a bit of burst too. So I think we're totally fine here. I mean, I know we're fine because I've already played this game, but I still think we're in pretty good shape. I'm guessing I'm going to look for a pick here. Whenever I have Discover Shrine, I'm always looking to make a play. Even after that pick, I wouldn't be surprised if I go for this. Oh, I try to do this. I do this all the time where I'll just blind do Baron because the Nunu can solo Baron. You don't even need to be AP Nunu, but Tank Nunu can solo Baron as well. The more CDR, the better. But it's super free. It really doesn't matter like how many items you have. You can actually just solo Baron because you heal so much from your Q. Ever since they changed it to Omnivamp, they changed the jungle item to give you Omnivamp against jungle monsters. So I just roll in my W here. If I hit somebody, it's going to do a ton of damage. Alistar tanks it. Wow, he doesn't die. This is a close one. What am I gonna do? Cast the ult. He flashes it. Well, we stopped the bear, and that's pretty good. I think I eat, him for health here. But I'm getting hit by like every W, which is pretty bad. Thresh sacrifices himself for me. And we're going to heal up some more off of these. But we did stop the Baron, so that's pretty good. Yeah, this game is actually so close. I forgot how close it got. But let's see. Next up, we're going to be looking to finish this Thornmail. That's the next buy. Eventually, what my hope is that we're just going to have that good fight off of probably like my W engage or something like that. We're always looking for these crazy W engages on Nunu. Literally, my mind is always thinking like, if I see somebody like, assume that wasn't Alistar, if that was like a carry there in the mid lane, I'm thinking, okay, can I get onto this guy? Especially with this build, because I can just one-shot them myself. Like normally on Tank Nunu, it's like, okay, I'll jump on the carry and then my teammates will follow up and we'll kill them. But with Tank Nunu, or sorry, with AP Nunu, I feel weird calling this AP Nunu. It's really more just like Dark Harvest Nunu or Night Harvester Nunu, or maybe it's just Harvester Nunu. I don't know, but yeah, we can just solo the carries ourselves. So I saw MF there, so I'm probably thinking about going for her. Actually, and it turns out I'm thinking of trying to solo Baron. So we're gonna start this, and it's pretty it's honestly not that risky. I mean, I get kind of low when my Q is like almost on cooldown, but I will just always do this out of nowhere. And if they don't ward it, then I just get the Baron. Like usually, I would say this works like 25% of the time, but I don't know if it's ever worked in a situation where like they've warded and I just end up dying somehow. Like it rarely ever works against us. Your teammates might flame you though, because they won't really understand what you're doing. But I do the Gromp and I pick up enough gold for my Thornmail, so we're gonna go ahead and purchase that. Really good thing about Thornmail now, once it's completed, not the Bramble Vest, but the Thornmail applies grievous wounds, 60% of grievous wounds, when you movement impair somebody or when you immobilize them, I think is the verbiage that they use, which is really nice. We don't require them to auto attack us. So Alistar keeps tanking my snowballs, which is pretty annoying, but we get a really nice pick onto Yone there. And from here, I mean, he's pretty much their entire team. I back up and throw my W into the pit. And I get the Dark Harvest off. We're just going to be doing a ton of damage this fight. Wow, I've got 22 Dark Harvest stacks. He wants to go for Kayn. I figured we'd go for Alistar since he's so low, but that's finally a winning fight for us. We've not won a fight in quite a while, and I want to say that fight was just honestly Camille kind of smurfing and getting on top of the Yone, which is what we really needed. And he died at the start of the fight, so we just win it. They just actually couldn't kill Camille. And I was just sort of in the back, you know, giving movement speed, giving attack speed, doing new things, and a decent amount of damage, too. Now we've got the 8 stacks on the Dark Harvest. We just needed that one team fight win to get all of their stacks. That's the great thing about that item. Even if you've got like 0 stacks, you win one team fight and, you know, you're all the way up to 8. So now I want to say I am looking to build the Medjais at this point. Because 8 stack Medjais, I mean, really you want the 10 stacks ideally, but 8's not too bad. The cool thing about building Medjais is it also gives you your mythic passive bonus. So I think Night Harvester is a 5% ability haste is the bonus. So we get that just from building the Medjais, which is pretty cool. Fight's breaking out here, and I've got a perfect flank onto the Misfortune. And I think they killed someone else too. So we're actually just getting a ton of kills here out of nowhere. I think it's just Camille finding picks. Their team's just kind of falling apart. Once we killed the Echo, we were going to force on Baron always, though, especially on Nunu. If you're playing Nunu, you get a kill, you do Baron. That's pretty much how it works. Because it's virtually impossible for the enemy jungler to steal the Baron from you. So you just force them to force a 4v5 is usually what happens. Or they'll just give you the Baron, or they'll try to outsmite it. I guess those are the 3 different possibilities. But usually it ends up in a pretty good result. So get a pick on Nunu and get a pick with Nunu on your team and do Baron. That's how you want to play this champ. All right, I've got my items. I'm recalling at the same time as Camille, so that's good. I don't want to go do, like, I could do my wolves. They're right there, but it wouldn't give me enough gold to buy an item, and I would, my base would be staggered from my teammates, which would be pretty bad. So it's important to base with your teammates. Honestly, I probably should have based before I did the Gromp, but we are going to follow our teammates here, and I usually just roll a snowball into this turret. I don't actually look to like engage a team fight, but just to zone them off with it. I think I actually cast this one a little bit too soon, but we've got the 10 stacks now as well. We got an insane route here, man. This early game was so much fun from my champion, but this late game has honestly just been the story of my teammates just playing really well. I mean, that was literally Nico just double rooting their carries. I mean, honestly, they walked face first into a Nico and got double rooted, but still, I mean, that's crazy. And I'm imagining this is going to be the game. We'll probably end it here. I'm gonna back up again to roll my snowball. You're always backing up to rolling the snowball. It's doing like 600 damage. By the way, you max snowball. You max your W second with this build. I think I forgot to say that, but and we just got a good fight. That's do we end here? I kind of think there's one more fight left. Maybe we don't end here. Yeah, I just healed 900 from my Q. Oh no, what am I doing? I remember this now. I go back in because I'm a bad player. I forgot about that. Well, that's okay. We don't end the game quite there, but the end of the game certainly is coming. It's so close. We've still got our 10 stacks, so it's not too bad that I died there. I wonder what I'm gonna build last here. I could probably build some magic resistance, or we could go gargoyle stone plate. Yep, I think that's what I do. The gargoyle stone plate last gives you a huge shield, and it can buy time to let you get your ult charge off. Let's see, do you guys have any questions about this build? By the way, I know this is a YouTube video, but if you do have questions and you made it this far in the video, feel free to leave them below and I'll answer whatever. I think ultimately, I don't think you would do this build every single game, but I do think you would do it in certain matchups. Like, I feel pretty good about this in the Kayn matchup, so you can actually threaten him. I think there are some matchups, though, where it would be advantageous to just go tank. I think Fiddlesticks is one of those matchups where you just kind of want to be this big beefy body that's locking up Fiddle and keeping him from being able to do Fiddlesticks things. If you're AP, he'll probably just ult out of nowhere and one-shot you. So I do like that. Here's me just rolling snowballs down mid while we wait for Tristana to push. We don't actually want to start a fight here because Tristana's not here. It would be very bad if we started a fight. You can see Kayn's looking to try to start a fight because he knows Tristana isn't here, and it would be good for them to get this fight. I roll my snowball mid to shove the wave, and it looks like we're just going to pick up Dragon here. How many dragons do we have? It's pretty late in the game. We should be pretty close to Soul, but I have a feeling we just were ignoring dragons this game, and we're actually not close at all. We'll see if I tab so we can take a look at that. Ocean. It would be an Ocean Soul too. That would be nice. I guess I'm just not gonna tab. All right. Again, all of our teams here. This could be a good fight, but they are one-shotting Thresh at the start. I'm eating a full channel MFL. And we get a nice 4-man pop. I cast my art early there because somebody was low and I just wanted to get the Dark Harvest proc and kill them. And it's just me and Camille here. And we get the triple kill. So yeah, we've got a lot of damage. A ton of damage to offer, and something that like you don't really see is, or maybe you don't really notice, is my passive, giving my carries like attack speed and movement speed, which is huge. But yeah, that's it for the video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this build. I do recommend you give it a try. It's a ton of fun. Definitely my favorite way to play Nunu Willump in Season 11. And if you like this video, give a like. I'd appreciate it. I stream every day, every weekday from 9 a.m. Eastern to 3 p.m. So check it out, and I'll see you in the next video.